Well, listen, everyone, after just hearing Dr. Ardis, with the Dr. Ardis show, of course, just give us all this life-changing and life-saving info. Dr. Ardis, I don't even know where to start on the gift really you've given us. But for people who could not be here today, give us a couple takeaways of things people can do now to start saving their life, repairing their life, and also, you know what else I'm going to say about you? You're helping us repair our mind, because a lot of it's the mind. Am I wrong?
100%.
Yeah.
You're right.
So give us a couple takeaways.
Yeah, I think one of the key takeaways would be most of the presentation so far that I've done has been about how to protect the cognitive function of the brain. I mean, you only have one brain. This controls every aspect of your life, helps you remember everybody in your life and all the great memories of your life. And so to preserve that, one of the key takeaways I want everybody to get is that there has been an intentional, for some reason, there have been entities and organizations around the world who have decided to keep hidden from you the actual blessings to the physical life of a human being that are found inside of many vegetables and plants around the earth.
Yeah.
And it happens to be a nutrient that most of us have been convinced is an addictive, dangerous, cancer-causing drug, and it is not.
Right.
Inside of a myriad of vegetables we eat every single day, and inside of plants that we all know about is a nutrient called nicotine.
I know when I heard that, I was like, did I hear that right? Honestly.
Me too. When I first read it, I was like, wait, did I read that right?
Right.
Right. So first key takeaway, nicotine is a chemical, but it is a nutrient found in various vegetables you've all eaten. In fact, one key takeaway, nightshade vegetables are the widest varied group of a singular food that all have nicotine inside of each of them.
What type of vegetables?
Nightshade vegetables.
What does that mean?
Which includes zucchinis, eggplants,
gotcha.
tomatoes. These are examples of nightshade vegetables.
All right.
So inside of nightshade vegetables, I showed I demonstrated here, it has been proven that if people eat nicotine-rich vegetables daily, it can often reverse or even prevent Parkinson's disease.
Incredible.
Alzheimer's disease, multiple sclerosis. And if no one's ever told you this and you have a loved one who is struggling with dementia, cognitive dysfunction, gait issues with Parkinson's, one of the main key takeaways?
Yeah.
The medical profession and medical science knows that inside those plants lies a nutrient that prevents the need of the drugs they sell and prescribe people for those conditions for life.
So number one, I can just start eating the right vegetables.
Absolutely.
At the lowest level. Okay, number two.
Number two takeaway?
Yeah.
What vegetables are those? All right, so I might as well just tell you.
Yeah.
Because I was blown away by this in the last 2 years. I had no idea. Did you know that every single white potato you've ever eaten, potato chip included, has nicotine in it?
I'm okay to eat potato chips now. This is incredible.
Yes.
French fries.
Every French fry has nicotine in it. Did you know that every tomato and green tomatoes have 10 times more nicotine than red tomatoes?
No idea.
Did you know bell peppers, cauliflower, celery, zucchini, eggplants all have the highest amounts of nicotine?
Okay, that's amazing. I had no idea.
Right. So in the context of discussing this nutrient called nicotine, most of the public is aware there are specific agents that can be purchased in pharmacies around the country, actually, over the counter. Nicotine gum, nicotine patches, nicotine pouches you can suck on. And all of those provide this nutrient to the body.
Wow.
That this may not be one of these three takeaways, but I'll tell you.
Okay.
They were studying MS patients in the entire country of Sweden.
Yeah.
And one of the things we showed here in this presentation, they looked at the entire general population, and then they asked a whole group of the population, thousands of people, to actually track how much dip snuff they use, tobacco snuff they were using every single day.
Right.
And they said, but don't limit it to that. If you like tobacco products, you can also smoke cigarettes and add others. We just want to make sure you're dipping snuff every single day. And we want to see who's at the highest risk for developing multiple sclerosis.
Okay.
And what they published at the end of this multi-year study were the individuals throughout Sweden who both dipped snuff and then added cigarettes. The more tobacco products they use, the lesser and lesser the risk for ever developing multiple sclerosis became.
Oh my God. Well, I have to ask you a question. You are so passionate. I mean, I think you spoke for about 2 hours and it was like 5 minutes.
That's what it felt like.
What is your mission all about in Reader's Digest version? What's your mission?
Yeah, so one thing everybody asks me is how many of these companies have reached out to you and said, hey, thanks for sponsoring and telling the world about our products.
Right.
I haven't made a dime off of telling people about nicotine, and I don't have a nicotine vegetable farm. I don't care. The truth is, people around the world are being lied to in every aspect of their health and of their symptoms.
Wow.
And I want the world to know, if you have a loved one who's been diagnosed with arthritis, for example, here's takeaway number 2 for you. Did you know until after this presentation, the world did not know, and
Yeah.
your medical professionals are not going to tell you. Did you know that it has been proven that people that consume nicotine products or eat nicotine foods or wear nicotine patches in gums or agents, did you know that nicotine has been found and proven in the human body to have way more anti-inflammatory properties than it does pro-inflammatory properties, and it has been found to reverse and cure people of arthritis.
Yeah, okay, so arthritis, that's a bad thing, but the word anti-inflammatory, that's good for every part of the body. Am I wrong?
Exactly right.
I mean,
And
okay.
most of us live in an inflamed
Right.
state, and nicotine brings down inflammation.
And that's why disease is open to happen. Okay, what's takeaway number 3?
And so this is key takeaway also for the
Okay.
arthritis group.
Yeah.
Anybody you know and love who's been diagnosed with arthritis, your medical professionals will tell you to avoid one group of foods
Which one?
while you're being treated with prednisone or steroids for the rest of your life to remove your arthritis pain that they will tell you you inherited and you didn't. They will say out loud
Yeah.
to every patient in America, you should avoid all nightshade vegetables the rest of your life.
What?
Because they will tell you they have been found to increase the inflammation in an arthritis patient. That is not true. There's actually nicotine in all those vegetables, and it would reduce your inflammatory reactions. Thus, if you ate them, you would actually reverse your arthritis and have no need to continue going back to your MD for your prescription of prednisone and steroids.
Gosh, people need to know the truth, bottom line.
So this is why we wanted to make sure you guys had the truth.
Right, okay.
I don't want you suffering needlessly. That's the whole key here.
You're like a gift. What's takeaway number 3? 'Cause
Number
I know
3.
you need to go back in.
Number 3, there's actually 3 things in nature that were found in 2008 and 2013 that were the cure for what they call H5N1 avian flu, otherwise you're reading about in the media and hearing about, called the bird flu.
Oh, right.
There are 3 elements in nature, and this, I will tell you, the number one thing they found was in 2008. They had a plan. There was a huge outbreak of bird flu in Egypt, the whole country.
Okay.
So big, in fact, in 2008, they created a vaccine agenda and vaccinated 25 million chickens
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
for the bird flu. Jules, 100% of the 25 million birds got the bird flu and died after being vaccinated for the bird flu.
Well, not really shocking, actually.
So they all died. It didn't work. So the scientists, it took 5 years for them to try to revamp a vaccine agenda to try to cure the Egyptian chickens of all the bird flu, and worried about that recycling.
Right.
These scientists, we just showed at this conference, takeaway number 3. These scientists in 2013 came back together and said, look, we've got to prevent all these birds from dying of the bird flu. It's affecting the poultry food industry for those in Egypt to never get protein from chicken.
Right.
So these scientists said, we're going to take the same failed 100% vaccine from 2008, and we're going to put inside the vaccine an oil from a seed called black cumin seed oil, and it's otherwise known as Nigella sativa oil.
Of course it is. Which is?
This plant's oil they put in the vaccine that failed in 2008, and they injected millions of birds in Egypt with this new vaccine that just had added black seed oil to it. And it had a 90% success rate at saving all the birds' lives from ever catching bird flu.
Okay.
This seed oil is a natural supplement anybody can buy on Earth, and there's 2 other foods they have published prevent and cure people from the H5N1 bird flu.
Okay.
So you're going to hear, Jules, and everyone in the audience is going to hear, about 10 years from now, 20 years from now, you're going to hear this recycled narrative that, once again, bird flu is a threat around the world. We heard it in the early 2000s. It went nowhere.
Right.
Now you're going to hear it again now, and then you're going to hear it in about 20 years. Everybody needs to know there's 3 things that are published. You've seen it. I showed it to the entire audiences. There's 3 things all medical scientists know cure H5N1 bird flu. They call an avian influenza flu or virus.
Well, for people that were at the conference, what are the 3 things?
The 3 things are black seed oil is number 1. Number 2, green tea leaves.
Oh, good. I drink green tea every day.
Imagine that. Green tea leaves is a cure for H5N1 bird flu.
Oh my
The
gosh.
3rd thing is anything you can purchase at any grocery store in the world, virgin coconut oil is a cure for the bird flu.
Well, this is amazing, and no one's going to know that unless they know this. So we have to get this out, Dr.
Got to get it out.
So I appreciate you. I know this is a love passion for you, really, right? It's not like you say you don't own this Paco farm, no one's paying you to do all this kind of stuff. So how can people get more informed? Go to your website, guide people on where they can go.
Right. So if anybody's interested in learning other maybe misconceptions, misdirections you've all been told in regards to your health or a loved one's health, go to the drardisshow.com, the D-R-A-R-D-I-S show.com, all one word. And if you go to Patients Resources tab, when you click that, it's all free. I actually have laid out there, I have presentations on how science knows you can beat Parkinson's.
Wow.
How it is glioblastoma brain tumors can be cured in 72 hours or less with nutrients.
Oh my gosh.
That nutrient is nicotine, by the way.
Oh my gosh.
And I want you to know, they can shrink a tumor in your brain in 72 hours or less with nicotine. You will see presentations on STDs and how to cure those, like gonorrhea. I can show you how to do that in 2 weeks or less, all gone. Never again will you be infected.
Nobody knows this stuff.
And unless you have somebody who's guiding you through the scientific literature to help create a comprehensive narrative that you can follow, it's going to be very hard for most people to navigate those scientific journals, to have confidence they can take these natural principles applied in their life and see what other people all around the world who are following me are seeing massive miracles in their own lives.
I feel like my eyes and my mind and my heart have all been opened, right? And so Dr. Ardis, really in my opinion, Dr. Ardis is doing God's work. I'm just going to call it like it is. I know you're really doing God's work. We are so grateful for you. But it doesn't do anybody good if you don't take the information, do something with it. So please go to Dr. Ardis's website, drardisshow.com, right?
The drardisshow.com.
And thank you so much. God bless you. I so appreciate you.
God bless you too.
Thank you.
God bless you.